Pennsylvania rifle. It's been a pretty short season for me this year. Work's gotten in the way a lot. I only had about 4 or 5 days of archery. It's a balmy 26, 27 degrees out, but it doesn't feel that bad. I'm gonna sit here with Mike behind the camera. Hopefully get on some deer with snow on the ground. It'll make it a lot easier to spot them coming, and it'll make it easier to track if we need to. So I've only heard a few shots so far this morning, so hopefully the guys start moving around, get the deer up and moving, give us an opportunity. We're not gonna be too picky today. Pretty much anything that's legal. So there are a couple nice bucks we've seen on camera, so hopefully one of them come by, but if not, we'll settle for a legal buck. You never know, any day, anything can happen. Any minute, it's happened before. 1 minute, nothing, next minute, game on. I'm gonna just kind of chill here and keep an eye out, look for deer. I've sat probably 5 or 6 sets bow hunting, and I haven't seen this many deer. This is probably the most deer I've seen sitting out here in PA. There's a lot of deer moving. Now I just gotta get the bucks up moving. They're definitely here. It's just a matter of when they get up and move. The does are crisscrossing back and forth. I'm sure some of what we've seen have been through here a couple times, same doe, so we just have to wait them out. Which one do you want to get then? I think the back one looks bigger. Okay. I don't see it right now. There's a little one down by the bottom there. I'm having a hard time finding the camera. That was way down there. I'm not worried about that one. It's coming to the left, or just ran in on the left. Yeah, it's a shooter, I think. Double check it's legal, but I think it's legal. Look for browse. See browse? You say no. I don't think he's legal. Yeah, he's not legal. Get her? Yeah. I got her. Okay. Well, does all day. It's getting towards the end of the shooting time now. Got a bunch of does piled up around us. Gonna go out of here with a little bit of meat, so let's watch them. They're coming down from the top, coming in from behind us, and just took the opportunity, took a shot at one. She mule kicked pretty good, so I'm confident in the shot. We're just gonna give it a little time here, but at least we're gonna walk off this mountain with a little bit of meat, so it feels good to finally shoot something. So we'll give it some time. We'll go up there, track her down, recover her, and get her off of this hill. Okay, well, just got down on a tree. We're getting ready to go recover the doe I shot earlier. Noticed a doe come limping in with the buck trailing. Checked the buck out. He wasn't legal, so took the opportunity to shoot the wounded deer. She looks like she got shot in the leg earlier today. She's limping around pretty bad, so just went ahead and put her out of her misery. So we're on the ground now. We're gonna go over, start our process of getting out of here. It's gonna be a late night.
So we got to where my dad shot that doe and found a little bit of blood, but it wasn't nearly as much as you would have expected. We searched for that doe for several hours that night and a couple hours that next morning, but we were never able to find her or really that much more blood. We could only assume that it was a non-lethal hit and hope that she would make it. From there, it was a quick turnaround to get our things gathered up and head back to Ohio for the opener of their gun season. Now, gun season in Ohio for our family is a tradition that goes back to when it all started for us, and a tradition that I had been missing out on for years since moving away from home. But this was the first year that I was going to be able to take part in Ohio Deer Camp, and that alone is a feeling that is second to none. Unfortunately, with work, I was only going to be able to hunt the first day of season, but with this being my last opportunity to hunt Ohio for the rest of the season, I was fully embracing the motto, if it's brown, it's down, and I was determined to put some meat in the freezer the way I grew up doing it.
Well, it's opening day of gun season here in Ohio, and the deer are already on their feet. I set a pretty decent buck across this swamp field off to my left, probably about 120 yards away or so. He was there and gone so quickly I didn't have time to get a shot off. He went up this hill out in front of me. Definitely seemed like he was pushed by somebody. But if he wasn't, it's a good sign. Even if he was, it's a good sign. The deer are moving. It's a pretty cool morning. Surprisingly, I haven't heard any gunshots yet. We're out hunting in the same area that I grew up hunting. I shot my first deer probably about 200 yards off to my right. And this is the area that pretty much my dad started off hunting and my grandpa used to hunt as well. There's a lot of history here. A lot of history. And for good reason. The deer, they're here. I really only kind of have today to hunt. So, I'm not gonna be too picky. Pretty much, if it's brown, it's down for me today. That buck met that requirement. I just couldn't get over on him quick enough. I heard him coming, and by the time I heard him coming, he was already crossing the field. But it is so quiet and still, aside from the traffic behind me. It is so quiet and still. There's a nice frost on the ground, so you can hear him coming from a long ways away. And I thought he was a lot closer than what he was when I heard him. That definitely gives me confidence that next time I hear something, I'm gonna be getting ready. Plan is, though, sit here for the morning and probably do some walking around for the afternoon. Just to absolutely beautiful morning here in Ohio. There's not really anywhere else that I'd rather be.
Let's go! That is a buck down. Not the biggest. But he was limping a little bit. He probably got shot earlier or something. And I just freaking dropped him, man. Let's go! Opening morning, Ohio. And there is a deer down. Let's go. Oh my God.
Alright, just got down out of the stand. Gonna go ahead and take a walk over and see what we got. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's the biggest deer in the woods, but he was limping. So I decided to take him out. Go to where I shot first, see if I even hit him. I did hit him on the first shot. And I dropped him on the second. Ooh. Yeah, that was a gut shot first. Not the biggest, but he's down. That's barely a buck. There's that he was limping. Man, put him down. Whew, let's go.
So, despite what some people might say, to me, this was the perfect hunt. A lot of people have forgotten what an accomplishment it is to go out and sit in the woods and shoot a deer. Any deer. I mean, I remember being 12 years old and just begging for an opportunity to even see a deer. A lot of people anymore would never even share a kill like this, but I don't care. This is what hunting is about, putting meat in the freezer. So with that, my season is officially over, but I still have one more hunt to go on, and that is with my best friend, Dallas. For years, we talked about getting him into hunting, and it's something that he's always been interested in doing, but we were just never able to make it work until last year. I was able to get him to come to Pennsylvania for rifle season, and while he didn't get a deer, he was instantly hooked. Since that hunt, it is becoming a tradition for us to get him out here at least twice a year to hunt, once for deer season and once for turkey season. For 2024, our schedules just did not line up until late season here in Pennsylvania. He came out here with only a day and a half to try to make it happen, and that first afternoon, I truly thought was going to be it. We saw a ton of does all around us all evening, and right towards the end, there was even a pretty decent buck that came through, but unfortunately, nothing ever came into range. The next day, we went out there for an all-day sit in the same stand, hoping that it would be as good as the day before. Even though most of that day we saw absolutely nothing, hunts like this remind me why I love hunting. I was getting to share a hunt with my best friend who lives 4 hours away and pass on knowledge that he'll be able to pass on to his kids and keep this tradition alive. We were able to sit there, tell stories, catch up, and just enjoy nature. We had a great time in the stand, freezing our asses off, and we did end up seeing a couple of deer right at the end of the day, but ultimately, it ended without him getting a deer. But honestly, I still consider this a successful hunt. 2024 was probably my best year for hunting yet. I mean, it was the first time I've ever gotten 2 bucks in one season. But even with all of that, this hunt with Dallas was the perfect way for me to end my 2024-2025 hunting season.